Hello, folks, and welcome along to the channel. Just need to get the chat up just now. Been live a wee bit longer than usual. We've just been. Uh, Nobody cares YouTube. But yeah, we've just been live a wee bit longer, and 2 seconds, you may hear my voice. Nope, thankfully not. Right, so I've seen Bramble saying hello, Floydie in the chat as well. Briar saying fingers crossed for a better race today. Yeah, I remember last week, it never went as good for you, unfortunately, but this is the Wolves are a bit further away, so there's going to be a bit less chance of any damage being done to the car. Well, you say that, but then you've got that dodgy turn number 3, which is always a bit difficult getting on the power. Yep, exactly. Fresh start tonight, Briars. Hopefully you managed to get it all good here today. Now, let's talk a little bit about this lovely track. First Grand Prix here was back in 1970 on the 18th of August, so quite a long time, 55 years almost since it was first on the calendar. The length of this track is 4.318 kilometres, 2.683 miles. There's 3 DRS zones, so we could expect to see quite the DRS train here tonight. 10 corners, so it's almost like a bloody go-kart track. Yeah, and the pit's a bit dodgy as well, so we're going to have to be careful if you're following a car and you're not going into a pit. Drivers who are going into the pits will have to move over to the right-hand side if they are going into the pit and take the line going in. Now, talking about the pit lane, there's a 22-second time loss on a pit stop under green flag conditions. Under safety car or VSC conditions, it's only a 15-second loss, so it's not as bad. It's a big jump. The tyres we're going to be using is the C5 soft, C4 mediums, and the C3 hard compound tyres. So, Uncle Lando in the chat saying evening lads, welcome along Uncle Lando. We've also, so yeah, we've got the softest tyres of the bunch for the drivers to be using here tonight, so let's, we're looking forward to that. We've seen a few cars out on track right now, with Bramble right now, who is just coming through turn 6 and turn 7, just starting at their final sector on their out lap. What we'll do is we'll go on board with them, and we'll just keep these stats here up. I get to see them hitting turn 9, quite nice, getting over to the left hand side and throwing the car to the right on turn 10. DRS is wide open. If you look back, there we go, we see that BWT sponsor split open as he's coming down into turn 1. Looked like he was getting a bit too much oversteer there, but it looked like just on rails almost. Nicely through turn 1. Turn 2 isn't even a corner really in these cars. And then you've got turn 3, careful on the throttle. Yep, manages to get that done nice and easy there. Down the hill, turn 4, braking that wee bit earlier than what you would, because it's a downhill braking zone, so braking at the 100 metre board before we're going around turn 5. And here are turn 6, a little jab on the brakes and lift. And through turn 7, trying to go as flat out as possible here and carry that speed through turn 8 onto turn 9, the penultimate corner. Hitting that curb on the inside nicely, but you're being careful. You don't want the car to end up getting unbalanced. Does it quite nicely, goes across the line, a 103.648 for Bramble, so that's the time for everyone to beat. We'll see his teammate of Terry Tibbs, who's got a car in front. Terry, just invalidate on the penultimate corner. We've seen I Am Unknown, a 105 flat. J5 Gaming on a 105.513. Jenny Bar's invalidated also, unfortunately. We've got Killer Zombie. They just starting their lap. Nope, they're finishing it. 106.492. Not the best time. He's going to have to be a bit quicker in order to move up the field. We've got Uncle Lando putting in a 104.373. Bramble has put in a belter of a time, to say the least, with a 103.648. We've got Ivan on a lap. We'll see if there's anyone closer to the end. No, it seems so. Floyd not on a lap. The only one is Ivan, so we'll go on board with them. They're coming out of turn 3. DRS wide open again. Now downhill braking into turn 4. Brakes quite a bit lighter than Bramble, and that causes him to actually go a bit deep into the corner. Maybe pushing that Williams a bit too much to the limit right now. Taking it a bit easier, and I think that's them bailed out of that lap, it seems. So, but unfortunate there. Oh, we've got Floyd who's on a lap now, done a double warm-up. Let's see if that is going to work out quite nicely or not. So, how is everyone doing? Everyone in the chat that's throwing a message in, welcome along. How's everyone's day been? Looking forward to this race. In about 15 minutes time, well, actually maybe a wee bit longer than that, as we will be having a small 5-minute break in between qualifying and the race. So let's see, we've got Floyd here coming around the final corner, running low on fuel, so scraping the bottom of the barrel there. 105.077, only 44 thousandths of a second off of I Am Unknown. Was that Genty Bars we just seen there popping up into second place at 104.165. Still not had anyone else besides the Alpina Bramble being able to put in a 103 as things stand right now. We've got Chris who's on a hot lap coming down around turn 4 in that Red Bull. Let's see, is that Loop Racer coming to the end of their lap? Yep, they're coming to the end. Comes across the line at 105.025. We'll go further down and see, is that the Alpine? Nope, that's Bramble actually just starting a second lap. So we'll go on board with Chris, who's coming around the final corner, and that Red Bull is unfortunately invalidated. We'll see what time they put in. It was a 104.175. So that would have been good enough to put them into third place, sorry. So, but unfortunate there. We've got Gaming Infinity they on a lap right now. Hopefully trying to pick up a little bit of a toll from Terry Tibbs there. Go over to the right hand side, cross the line at 105.783. Their last sector was definitely impacted there by the fact Terry Tibbs starting a lap. That's a bit unfortunate there. Hopefully they could get back around and get a proper time on the board. One driver who hasn't managed to set a time yet is the Mercedes. I keep getting them mixed up, it's just the M. But yeah, we've seen Briars here. Didn't have the best of luck last week out in Jeddah. Hoping he could turn it around here today, coming around turn 6 and 7. Now going down into the penultimate corner of turn 9, and then into 10. Here we go, hitting that apex quite nicely, and actually helped to rotate the car quite a bit. But only manages to get a 106.639, so good enough for 11th place as things stand right now. Is anyone else on a lap? Uncle Lando has just started a lap and going up to turn 2 and turn 3 now. They are up on their time. To keep this up, then they could actually get that front row that they need to challenge Bramble. But Bramble has got an absolutely spectacular time in the bag right now. He's about half a second quicker than Genty Bars. Now coming to the end of Sector 2, let's see how much he's up on his time. He's actually down on his time by almost 2/10 now. So that's not going to be helping him anywhere unless he manages to put in a good final sector. So into the pits, Uncle Lando does come. We've got J5 Gavin and the other McLaren of Killer Zombie on a lap. Let's see what Killer Zombie has got in that tank. Coming out of the final corner nicely. Not straddling at that curb on the left hand side that on the entry. That really does help increase your turning angle. Not taking advantage of that. Of course, sometimes you've got to be careful when braking on them, of course, but straddling them is a different story, except in the case of turn 7 or 8, I think it is. I think it's turn 8 at Jeddah, which you don't want to straddle that curb on the exit. You'll just be like a turtle, pretty much, just skating along it. But yeah, getting a bit too much on that curb there at turn 6. Don't want to be doing that. That could unbalance the car quite a bit, especially with it being as raised as it is. It's not as bad as if it's like curbs on the left hand side there of these corners, with them being mostly flat almost. It does help out, but with it being a bit raised, it doesn't really. Killer Zombies though goes into 9th, does improve on their lap time, 105.951. Let's see, J5 Gaming currently sitting in 7th place in the Haas, the lone Haas here tonight, into turn 9. I said it before, these cars sound almost electric. It's insane. 105.399. Not enough to move them up any positions as things stand right now. Looking at the clouds, you could see a little bit of a formation. It's quite cloudy out there. Whether we're going to end up seeing any rain or not, that is the question. 7 minutes are left on the clock here tonight. In this qualifying session, we're on board with the Aston Martin of Floyd. They're just cruising. It doesn't seem like they're on a lap anymore. Oh, they were saving a bit of battery for the end. There we go. Do they improve? Yes, they do. But just over 10th, and that manages to move them up in front of their teammate. Moves them up into 4th place. Jenny Bar's on a lap, trying to get that time down. Hopefully getting a bit of a slipstream from Unknown. The sister Ferrari here. Currently sitting down in 7th place with 105.033, almost a second of a difference between Genty Bars and Unknown. Let's see if Unknown could grab it back here. Should get out of the way now. Yep, there we go. Oh, and that's... They've unfortunately messed up their lap. That's a bit unfortunate for the Ferrari of Genty Bars. No rain, Bramble says, so it's just going to be a cloudy race session, fortunately enough. With the tyres being the softest of the bunch, shouldn't have a problem getting the tyres up to temperature. No, the harder the tyre, it is harder to get them up to temperature. The softer the tyre, the easier it is, and the harder tyres have got a higher threshold of and optimum operating window compared to the softer tyres, which will run at a bit of a colder temperature. It's seems a bit weird sometimes, but that's how you could end up seeing that sometimes the medium tyres could be the faster tyres at certain tracks, and that could just be due to the how abrasive the track is. If the track's more abrasive, it could end up causing excess heat on the tyres. Fortunately enough, we don't have to worry too much about that here tonight. The one thing the drivers will have to worry about, and it's one thing I do remember constantly on this, is engine cooling. especially if you end up in a DRS train. Sometimes you're going to have to pop out of that DRS train in order to get the cool air on the engine to cool it down. Loop Bracer, coming to the end of their lap, goes back ahead of their teammate, 104.423. They'll have enough time to get back into the pits and get a new set of tyres on, get refueled and get ready for a final lap. So there's still over 4 minutes left. We've just seen, I think it was Killer Zombie in the background, yep, and that McLaren coming out to try and improve on their 105.951. Let's see, we've got Ivan on a lap sitting on a 106.2 right now. We've got Briars. Did they improve? Nope, unfortunately they didn't. But let's see if the Williams of Ivan has anything to say. Oh, getting right close to that line there on the exit of turn 10. Going to the line, does improve and goes ahead of Killer Zombie. Nicely done. Loop Racer staying off the line to let I'm unknown past, unfortunately, for Loop Racer. It doesn't really matter. I think they're free from cars behind till the end. Let's see. Terry Tibbs is still on an out lap. So now we've got Killer Zombie, who's on a lap. And Briars is on a lap, pushing as much as they can, but yep, they're out of fuel, so unfortunately they're going to have to call it quits. Try and get back into the pits. Yep, there we go. And they'll need to remember to make sure on their out lap that they've got the ERS battery turned off until the start of their lap. I know some people do that right away out of habit as soon as they finish a lap. But noticed it was still on there on Briar's car. I think that maybe been because he was low on fuel. Good time now, by the way, to lower the fuel right down to as low as it could go before you go out. Let's see how Killer Zombie's going to approach the last corner nicely. Coming across the line at 105.879. Not enough to improve on position, enough to improve on time. Even off the track there, getting out the way of other drivers. Gaming Infinity has just started the lap. I am unknown, just finished the lap. Don't think they moved any place, unfortunately. I think their best time still a 105.033. Let's see, we've got the Alpine of Terry Tibbs. Oh, going in quite a bit later there into the pits. If that was legit F1, that would have been calls for a penalty right away. We've got Floyd trying to beat his teammate at the very least here of Loop Racer. 104.903 is their time. Oh, and unfortunately did not manage to improve a tenth down on their previous time. Uncle Lando's on a lap. We've got Genty Bars. Are they on a lap? Or are they just taking it easy? I can't tell with this Ferrari engine. It's so quiet sometimes. That's another thing I will say. The new livery, it's okay, but the HP part of it is just horrid. That HP logo does not go with the Ferrari, and I think everyone here will agree with me. They need to find a better sponsor, or at least adjust that HP logo so it looks a bit better. But yeah, let's see J5 Gaming in the Haas. Coming around the final corner, what time are they going to be able to put in? They do improve, and they move up a position into 8th place with a 105.131. Now, I want to watch Chris here because he's on a lap and he's got a flipping Ferrari of Uncle Lando in the way. Oh, that's definitely upsetting. No one's came close to beating Bramble. You just mosey on back into the pit lane. We've got Briars here. But where is J5 Game? Is J5 on a hot lap? doesn't appear to be, so we'll go back down to Briars, who's coming out of turn 8 right now. Let's see, Briars coming around the final corner. Does improve, but not enough to improve on position, and J5 is coming into the pit lane. So that's it for qualifying. Just got Uncle Lando. What was in the Lando? In the Aston? What do you mean by that, Uncle Lando? I'm confused by that comment there. Decent lap from you, Bramble. That's more than decent. You're half a second ahead of second place. That's a great lap, not just a decent lap. Come on. Stop trying to be humble here. So there we go. We see Bramble in the Alpine 103.648, half a second quicker than Jenny Bars there in second place. So, yeah, Jenny Bars on the front row though, so has got a chance to attack that Alpine. Uncle Lando in third place. The Aston Martins of Loop Racer and Floyd in fourth and fifth. Then we've got Terry Tibbs, I'm Unknown, J5 Gaming Infinity. Then we've got Ivan, Killer Zombie, Briars, and Chris. And that is going to be the grid lining up for the rest. We're going to be having a 5-minute break, but still got Bramble here. Did say he's still 3/10 off of his personal best. GC peeps, would almost get into the 102s on your personal best. That's quite insane. Welcome along, Chuck Norris, into the chat. Nice one. So, 5-minute break, folks. We'll be back in just a few moments. What we'll do is I'll get this up real quick, and it looks like everyone is going on the mediums, but we'll refer back to that in the next few moments. So everyone, here we go. We're getting ready to get racing underway again. I'll be quite quick. Looking at the medium tyres for the front four. 2 hards for Floyd and Terry. For one medium, Ivans went soft, and the other 3 are medium. So the only 2 that are hard right now is Terry and Floyd. Ivan has went soft. Everyone else is on the mediums. So now let's get this chat back up then, because it was glued to the Discord there. Oh, had Bramble there saying, hope you're good. Oh, that was Chuck Norris saying, hope you're good, Flay. And Floyd saying, guilty. Ah, so it was Floyd that caused that. Ah. I have that feeling we're going to see a safety car lap 1. I don't know why it's just this track, so not on anybody here. But if everyone manages to get through turn 1 and 3 smoothly, I think that'll be enough time for the grid to even out a bit. We've seen there the tyre strategies. It's saying a medium hard for this race. So many laps is it here again? I do not know. I just missed that, unfortunately. I think it's like 34 laps here, unfortunately. So going to have to go quite a while on the hard tyres. Fortunately enough, short track, so not going to be as bad. So here we go, folks. Everyone is getting lined up back on the grid. We've got this excellent shot of the grid where we could see the whole track here. It looks absolutely incredible. Lovely close-up view of the cars, and you can see the whole track as well. So, yeah, a bit unfortunate there. So here we go, we've got the lights on, we can't see them, we'll go on board with Bramble right now. So we've got the 5 red lights, and away we go! Looking like a good start there from Bramble. Jenny Barr's getting across the cover off the Ferrari of Uncle Lando. We've seen a bit of a commotion in the background there. The Williams and of Terry Tibbs and Unknown colliding together. Unknown managing to go around the outside. We're seeing something up there that happened. I couldn't see that, unfortunately, with everything going on. Oh, getting a bit close there. Ivan was to the back of that Mercedes. We're going to move further up the field. Looking at Bramble, he's moved down to second. Now managing to protect off that second place from the McLaren of Uncle Lando. Let's see how Bramble's going to be able to respond. It was really quick here in qualifying, over half a second quicker than Jenny Bars, so he should be able to manage to get back past quite nicely. But let's see what that Ferrari has got in the tank. The DRS will be a way to open after turn 1. Won't have it right now. Oh, looking further back here. Oh, it's looking like they were a way to go for it. Terry Tibbs and Gaming Infinity swapping places. Gaming Infinity losing a bit of ground. We'll move back up and see Jenny Bars has lost that position, trying to hold that inside line. Let's see, is Jenny Bars going to be able to get the DRS back? Yes, they are, but it doesn't look like they're going to have as much to pull back compared to get back on it. So, get the chat back up. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Just other things popping up right now. So there we go. Chris and Gaming Infinity swapping places. We've got Chris now moving up from the back of the field right now. From 13th place, is up into 8th right now. Bramble's set the fastest lap time of 106 there. managed to pull out a decent gap to the cars ahead. Gaming Infinity still sticking close onto the back of Chris, who's now going for the position on Terry Tibbs of 7th place, trying to take that inside the line. And it looks like he's managed to get it done. He's managed to give them the squeeze on them medium tyres, nicely getting the tail end out a little bit. And that was what I was on about before in qualifying. Turn 3 is a bit of a trend. Ooh, so it's turn 4 apparently. Switch back on. Yep, Terry Tibbs went way too deep there. Has lost a good few positions there. Could end up losing the position to the Haas. The Haas is gaining ground quite quickly. And it doesn't look like it, but Terry Tibbs went from 7th down to 10th. Going to have to be a bit of a repair job on that. Going to move further up, back up to the front of the pack as you see Genty Bars has been overtaken by Uncle Lando, but we'll see if Uncle Lando has got what it takes to hold off that pursuing Ferrari. Really close the gap here between these three drivers up at the front. About half a second between the lot of them. We'll see, is anything going to come of this? We'll go on board with Uncle Lando. He's not close enough to the Alpine, it seems, and it doesn't seem like Genty Bars is close enough to the back of that McLaren as things stand just yet. But right now we've got Chris and Gaming Infinity battling out for that 7th place. Gaming Infinity not happy with being overtaken by the Red Bull a lap or two ago. Want to try and get back at the sister team, but the pressure ends up going off, getting a bit too much, and it looks like Killer Zombies are going to slip up the inside of turn 7. Nicely done there from the McLaren to get up there, taking advantage of that mistake from Gaming Infinity. And he's also got another mistake, went and got a 3-second time penalty. Now, because of there being no walls, we'll see a lot more penalties than what we did last week in Jeddah. Gaming Infinity needing to be a little bit careful on the throttle and not be feeling the pressure of he needs to do something now. We've got Ivan who's retired in the pit lane. It's a bit unfortunate there. Terry Tibbs overtaking G5 Gaming, actually managing to just keep ahead of G5 Gaming, sorry. Or get back past, my mistake. Moving on, Uncle Lando still not managing to close that gap as things stand yet. Genty Bar's falling back a little. And it appears he's actually using no ERS right now, so he's not too bothered, it seems. Just trying to save that battery for when it is most needed. And don't get this why they don't just implement it into the game where if you're retired in the pit lane, the car just gets dragged in. Or even just parks up at the end of the pit lane, no idea. Anyway, back to the racing. Got Bramble here under pressure from the McLaren of Uncle Lando. Now is the time he could go for that position. He's got the perfect gap, got the perfect momentum. And then we'll go move to the inside to get the perfect line. Bit of a lock up there from both of them, but still manages to get away with it. And Uncle Lando is in the lead of this Grand Prix on lap 6. Almost getting a bit too close there was Bramble. Now when is Bramble going to be going for this again? Got an excellent view of that front wing. Quite surprised we don't see it flexing a bit more in these games, I guess. Yeah, doesn't really care about that. But we're not going to talk about that too much. I'll try not to anyway. But let's see, Bramble, when are they going to go for this overtake? I think they're taking it quite easy just now. Yep, they're going for it now, it seems. And going back past into first place, but won't have the DRS again in this part. Let's see if Uncle Lando has got what it takes to pull away from that turn 3 nicely or not. Not nice enough, it seems. Now Genty Bars has managed to get caught up in the mix of things again. None of them got it. Red Bull of Chris must have went off there. Now down into 10th place again. Was looking quite good. Was up into, was it 6th place? Just there. Oh, Bramble, getting a 3-second time penalty, and he's got 2 cars right on his ass right now of a McLaren and a Ferrari. Let's see, is Bramble going to be able to keep this lead? Nope. He doesn't. Uncle Lando wants to move back past, and it looks like Genty Bars is trying to squeeze up the inside there. Ferrari trying to be a little bit cheeky there. Nice move there from them. Managing to get that little shift change. Let's see, I Am Unknown is right on the tail of Floyd in the Aston Martin. So we've got 2 Ferraris involved in a quite decent battle here. We've got Terry Tibb, also the other Alpine, who's in a battle. Oh, he's going for it here at turn 9. Ballsy move there, trying it at turn 9. That's one place you don't expect an overtake to happen, considering there's a DRS zone right here, which could make overtaking a lot easier and defending a lot easier also. The Red Bull just behind of Chris is desperate to try and get past at J5 Gaming, and Terry Tibb is struggling to keep that car behind, and it looks like he's going to be overtaken by J5 Gaming as well. So Terry Tibb down 2 positions. Trying to do what he can. He's going to see if he can. He's going to have to squeeze in at the back, and the Red Bull of Chris is trying to be ever wily and trying to force his way up the inside, but all of them say, nope, not today. And you have to settle back into 10th, and you're going to have to do it the hard way. Oh, big correction there of oversteer there. Puts him into the gravel. We're going to move up to the front of the pack right now and see if there's going to be any action happening here. Is Uncle Lando going to go for the move? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Chris retiring from this Grand Prix. That's a bit unfortunate there. Chris has left the session. He's done for tonight. It's a bit unfortunate there. But yeah, we're down to 11 now on lap 10. Big battle here from the 3 of them. J5 Gaming, Terry Tibb and Gaming Infinity. Let's see who's going to walk away in the lead. Is it going to be Gaming Infinity? J5 Gaming coming up at the inside on the RB. It looks like this is Alpine going to be getting a good launch. Nope, it doesn't look like it. Trying to keep with him up the inside there, but doesn't manage to do anything. And it looks like Terry Tibb was right close to the back of that RB also. Oh, looking up to the front of the pack. Uncle Lando jabbing on the brakes that little bit earlier in order to get the DRS. I seen that, you cheeky bugger. DRS is wide open in order to get past the Bramble. I've got to say that was quite nicely driven there, just braking that little bit earlier. Nicely done there from Uncle Lando to take the lead of this Grand Prix. Bramble moves down into 2nd place with Genty Bars following behind in 3rd. The Loop Racer is in 4th, and we've got Unknown and Floyd swapping places. Ferrari's looking on for some good points right now. Gaming Infinity there. That was a spectacular one, and I'm pretty sure you're free to get on track now. There we go, Gaming Infinity getting back on track nicely there. Uncle Lando and has been overtaken again by Bramble. And Genty Bars on to be careful, just waiting for that opportunity to strike. Let's see as Floyd is chasing down Unknown. Coming down into turn 4, is he going to go for a move? Yeah, he's going to go for it down the outside. Is it going to work though? It doesn't look like it. But I think this may be starting to get to the point where the hard compound tyres will start to be the better tyre. Just do know that as since the hard tyres do last longer, they've got more of an average time compared to the softs and the mediums, so you could properly adjust the time. There's less time lost each lap compared to the softer tyres. Loop Racer is in off them mediums and onto the hards, and I think that was just a bit of lag there. I do hate how it does that, why they can't optimise the spectator menu. It's a bit tragic, but hey, see, what are you going to do? They'll probably end up charging for better camera angles. We've got Floyd and Unknown battling out here. Floyd on the outside, Ferrari of Unknown on the inside, and Unknown managing to hold that inside line. It does work wonders. Let's see, Floyd and Unknown. Who's going to walk away with it here? It looks like Floyd is going for that move. He's half on the track, half off the track there. Willing to risk it all for that 4th position there. Nicely done, but that Ferrari could still come back at him. It looks like it has. Oh, and I'm unsure as to who crossed that line first, and it looks like it was the Ferrari, and the Aston Martin of Floyd manages to just get that DRS by the slimmest of margins. Nicely done there, actually, I will say, but he's having to stick to that outside line, and the Ferrari has been I'm unknown how been able to stick to that inside line, not able to hold that line. So Bramble has jumped into the pits trying an undercut maybe. That would be interesting. Bramble in, yellow tyres off, white ones on, mediums off, hard tyres on. Welcome along those who are watching or just joining us. Good to have you along. Right now we are on lap 15 of this Grand Prix. We'll get the tyres up right now and we can see who has pitted and who hasn't. We've got Unknown and Floyd battling it out right now for what is technically 4th place, since Bramble is the only one in the top 5 who has pit. G5 Gaming and Terry Tibb still battling out. We're going to have a look at penalties right now. So Terry Tibb has got 9 seconds worth. So that's 3 3-second time penalties. With Unknown and Bramble on 3 seconds. Gaming Infinity and Briars on 3 seconds. Also, Uncle Lando has came into the pit lane. We could see Bramble take the lead nice and easy here, it seems. There he is, he's past Uncle Lando. And there's going to be a car in between them, it seems. The car of Terry, I think. No, it is actually Bramble, but it's going to be Floyd. Now Bramble's looking for an overtake on Unknown. Oh, Unknown going a bit, stretching out a bit wide there. And Bramble almost pushing the Ferrari to get going again. And is Floyd going to use this nicely? It looks like he does, sneaking up the inside of the Ferrari. Who's going to walk away with it? Is it going to be the Ferrari, or is it going to be the Aston Martin coming up to turn number 6? Later on the brakes though was Floyd. Unknown had to take a jab at the brakes a bit early in order to back out of that move. We've got Genty Bars, the other Ferrari, is into the pits now. And I think they're probably going to drop down to maybe even about 6th right now. Yep, 6th, 7th or 8th. We'll see how it is going to go, if that is going to be the case, if they are going to drop that far down or not. Killer Zombie has left the session. Anybody in the chat right now is able to invite him back into the session who is racing maybe during a pit stop or some such. That would be absolutely smashing, but I know how difficult that could be sometimes. Unknown and Floyd are still battling out for what is now 2nd place. Oh! Unknown getting a bit sideways there, and I think the Ferrari should give that position back. Yep, rightfully so. Genty Bars being, I think it was no, it was Uncle Lando actually. Sorry, Uncle Lando should have gave that place back. I will say that, but we'll see. That may end up getting investigated further. Mind you, he was in a sandwich, so there wasn't much he could do, but placing the car there, from an off-board perspective, not the best idea. But is currently sitting in 2nd place and only needs to close in 2 more seconds in order to get that lead technically off of Bramble. Genty Bars going down the inside of Uncle Lando, going into turn 4 and manages to get that move done nicely. Up into 2nd place goes Genty Bars nicely. We'll keep on with Uncle Lando here as he's still on the tail of Genty Bars here, coming on to the start-finish straight and going into turn 1. We've got the DRS engaged there. Let's see if it's going to last still. Yep, they managed to get it again. And going up into turn 3. Who's going to get it there? Is it going to be Genty Bars or is Uncle Lando going to get it? Going for the overtake. It doesn't look like he's going to get it. And waiting to go for the overtake and get the DRS. We've got Floyd, a Luke Bracer and Unknown battling out here. 2 Aston Martins and a Ferrari. Ferrari is leading them away right now. Uncle Lando not managing to be successful right now. Luke Bracer up into 4th place. On-site gets annoying sometimes when there's about 3 battles happening at the same time. And Austria does always end up producing that, so it's always a plus side. On lap 19 of this Grand Prix here, about to start lap 20 in just 2 corners time. Welcome along those watching right now, glad to have you with us. We're on board with Uncle Lando, who's chasing down at 2nd place at Genty Bars. We've got a 10-second penalty for Floyd for speeding in the pit lane. Never a nice thing to happen. We've got Uncle Lando here. One nice thing to happen is always gaining a position, which Uncle Lando does quite nicely there to take that 2nd place. Has Genty Bars got anything to say against that though? Anytime soon? Doesn't look like it. So we got J5 Gaming and Unknown and Floyd who've just came out of the pits. So the list of the people who have pit, J5 Gaming is now coming into the pit lane. Uncle Lando and Jenny Bar swapping positions here. It looks like Uncle Lando moving down into third place, but that could all be a way to change here. Is Uncle Lando going to throw it down the inside? Nope, decides against it just now. Oh, we've seen Game Infinity getting a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits, but also did manage to get past Zombie, so is it worth it, is it not? He's been on the mediums for 8 laps already, not going to last much longer. Uncle Lando and Genty Bars also swapping places there. Briar's getting a 3-second time penalty. Currently sitting quite way back, 17 seconds back on the top 10 of Killer Zombie. Got Unknown and Floyd who are swapping places there. Unknown managing to get back up. Let's see if Floyd has got anything that they can say about it. They're going to have the DRS. We can see them gaining. And it looks like they're going to go for the move on the outside. Diving deep into the corner and carrying that momentum around the outside. And are they going to manage to get that up? Yes, they do. Nicely. Floyd up into 6th place. Great battle right to the end there. And getting that 6th place. We're on lap 23. Well, these guys aren't. These guys here are. Derry Tibbs, 10-second time penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. Don't want to be doing that. Used to be 5 seconds previously on older games. We've seen Terry Tibb jumping into the pits, getting a fresh set of mediums on. That'll be them till the end of the race. Wonder when everyone else is going to make that pit stop. Let's see, Genty Bars, are they going to be able to get this overtake done? They're chasing down that McLaren. They've been chasing each other down like crazy this whole race. And that's allowed Brambles to actually create a gap, 5.7 seconds. It would be better if they were working together a little, but unfortunately rivals do not work together. Well, in which case you say that, but then Singapore 2023, Sainz done an impressive job of keeping Norris in his DRS so that he couldn't get overtaken by the faster Mercedes in the closing stages of the Grand Prix. That was excellent strategy. Floyd trying to go a bit deep there, but not the ideal line to get up past to carry the momentum. Got J5 and Terry Tibb battling out here. Terry Tibb going up the inside of the Haas. Nicely done. 3-second time penalty for Whitbreaker. We're going to have a quick look at the penalty situation. So Floyd is the only one sitting with a 10-second time penalty right now. We've got 19 seconds for Terry Tibb. Managing to rein it in on the exceeding track limits, but not on the speeding in the pit lane. Moving up to see I Am Unknown is on 6 seconds, same as Gaming Infinity and Briars. 3 seconds for Loop Racer and Bramble. New best time 106.212 by Terry Tibb. Pushing the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Nicely done from the Alpine. We're on lap 25 of this Grand Prix here. We're going to go with Bramble right now. Oh, Floyd and Unknown battling out again around turn 4. Side by side. And it looks like Floyd's going to manage to hold out on this overtake. Oh, Genty Bar's getting a 3-second time penalty. Uncle Lando's seen that and his face has just lit right up there. Absolutely brilliant for them. Now they just need to get past and close in by 3 seconds on the car ahead, and they can walk away with victory here tonight. Got I Am Unknown being chasing down Floyd. And it looks like Unknown has managed to do that quite nicely. Got that 5th position. I think that's Briars there, just moving out the way, was it? Yep, it was. Let's go on board with Uncle Lando as he's battling with the Ferrari of Genty Bars. I think he may have realised that first place may be out of reach. Briar's getting another 3-second time penalty. There we go, Uncle Lando moving down the inside, bit of contact there. Genty Bar's trying to give McLaren the squeeze, going down into turn 6 now. And who's going to walk out? They're going to contact? No contact. That was fortunate enough. Nice overtake there from Uncle Lando. Great battling from the McLaren and the Ferrari. Let's see them on the start-finish straight now. We're going board with the Genty Bars, who's chasing down the McLaren yet again. See a little game of Tom and Jerry, just cat and mouse. One's chasing one, then it switches back, and then the other's chasing the other. I'm looking at it right now. Genty Bars is trying to steal that position back off Uncle Lando, and it looks like it's worked, but Uncle Lando's going to have that DRS in order to fight back. Not going to manage to keep up, to get past, but it's enough to keep up with the Ferrari just now. We managed to get a bit better momentum coming out of turn 3. We'll move down to Floyd right now. Floyd is battling with I Am Unknown. Getting out of the wake of that Ferrari. Looking like he's going for a move here. He's got the DRS. And he's got the slipstream, moves to the left-hand side here on Unknown. Unknown, bit of a lock up there, goes quite deep. Could this be the moment that Floyd has been waiting for? Doesn't seem to be. Trying to keep the better line here, but not able to get past Unknown, sorry. So Floyd dropping back a little bit there. Uncle Lando not able to make any progress on getting past Jenny Bars. Both are on hard tyres. Jenny Bars' tyres are 1 lap younger. And Brambles is a lap older, who's sitting in the lead right now. So we're about to go on to lap 30 now. And there's only 7 laps remaining. Welcome along to all those who are watching. I'm going to say this real quick here. If you're enjoying this video, please leave a like. I know a few of you already have, and I'm very appreciative of that. If you do enjoy the content and want to see more, subscribe to the channel. If not, hell. But it does really help out the channel. Uncle Lando now DRS after turn 3. Looks like he's going to be able to get that move done nice and easy and up into second place. Just hope that he doesn't end up getting any penalties. We've got 3 drivers right now who haven't got any. Killer Zombie, J5 Gaming and Uncle Lando all still penalty free right now. Nicely done to them, keeping it within the white lines. Oh my god, great camera angle, yeah. Floyd and Unknown, they're battling it out, and Unknown in 5th place now. Ferrari's, well, earlier on it was Ferrari and a little Ferrari and Aston Martin's battling it out quite closely. Genty Barstow looking like they're going to be going for that move there, nicely done. And Uncle Lando's going to have to settle back in 3rd place. And Genty Bars has still got the DRS, so that was quite a late move, it seems, by Genty Bars. Managing to hold the DRS quite nicely. 5.9 seconds is the gap to the leader. So quite a distance as things stand right now. So anyone who's in the chat, feel free, anyone who's watching right now, feel free to fire messages into the chat. As always, welcome. Uncle Lando dropping back quite a considerable bit here, and is going to have to try and use some of that battery to try and pull their way back, or try and just sit in that 3-second window. But unfortunate there, we'll go down to Floyd right now, who's currently sitting in 6th place and chasing down I Am Unknown. Go to the penalties situation. It's not going to make a difference between Unknown and Floyd as things stand, as Floyd will still move down a place since J5. No, actually, he won't lose any positions, fortunately enough, for them. So, not too bad in that regard. So, Floyd won't actually lose any positions, will actually finish in 6th place if things stay the way they are. Oh, Genty Bars is actually looking quite quick now, got that gap to 2 seconds now. Uncle Lando could be under threat here. We've got 4 laps remaining now. Only 4 more times we're going to go down this start-finish straight. Floyd managing to get past I Am Unknown nicely up into 5th place. But he does have an extra 4 seconds time worth of penalties, which actually now he only needs 1 second to get. He only needs to pull out of that DRS window and get of Unknown. So he only needs to get past by 1 second now. He can do this, but it's just if he's able to right now. That is the question. Genty Bars doing very nicely to open that gap up quite considerably, and Bramble seems to be still opening up that gap to Genty Bars also, so nicely done to the Alpine team there. We're on lap 34 out of 38. So I say we'll go down to Floyd right now, currently in 6th, 10-second time penalty for them. Let's see, can they overtake Unknown? And if it's Unknown were to make another error, that could secure them 5th place, game infinity, 10-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags. Who was that for? Was that for Blood Presser? Seems the gap's opened up quite considerably. Has he got a broken front wing? He has! Oh no! Blood Presser got a broken front wing, 3-second time penalty for Briars. Now, can Floyd do this? He needs to try and open that gap up to 1 second. He's not got a lot of time to do this, so it's going to be tough. Lookbracer is just struggling around now with whatever they have got left of that front wing. They're not going to lose many positions, but there is one thing they can do. Lookbracer is listening. They could keep going as much as they can, and if they manage to slow up the Ferrari that's behind them and help their teammate get past, Lookbracer may still secure that 4th position, but Unknown Floyd may actually still be able to get back past. We need 1 second between Floyd and Unknown. Whether Lookbracer's damage is going to slow him down that much or not, that is the question. Welcome along, those who are watching. We're now on the final stages of this Grand Prix. Last lap here, Bramble just managed to pick up a 3-second time penalty just there. Fortunately enough for him, Genty Bars has also got a 3-second time penalty. Uncle Lando needs to close in by half a second here and blitz it as much as he can to get up there and get that 2nd place. He's only 4/10 off now of Genty Bars. Right now we're going to go down to I Am Unknown, who's been battling with Floyd here for quite a while. We can see Lookbracer just up ahead at turn 2. Unknown moving up past Floyd here. Floyd definitely on for a wild one if he manages to pull this off. Floyd will have that DRS wide open now. Bramble comes across the line to claim 1st position. We're going to go like that. Yep, nothing there. Genty Bars comes across the line to finish in 3rd place. Uncle Lando was not able to secure that 2nd place there despite the penalty from Genty Bars, but unfortunate there from him. Lookbracer and I Am Unknown. Oh, Lookbracer moving out of the way of both the Ferrari and their teammate, not having to worry too much, just need to keep it within that 6-second window of I Am Unknown, and they'll still be able to secure that 4th position. Oh, and that could have messed them up just enough. Did that? 1.6 seconds? No, but there would have been still there. So Lookbracer in 4th there. We've got Bramble saying GG there. Done very nicely there. Fortunate enough, Genty Bars did have a 3-second time penalty there, so your penalty in the end didn't wasn't as bad, to be honest. So, and Uncle Lando dropped back quite a bit on that last lap, just making sure it didn't pick up any penalties, it seemed. So nicely done there. There we go, folks. We've got Bramble on the top step, Genty Bars in 2nd place, and Uncle Lando finishing in 3rd. Excellent drive from all 3 of them, I will say. Nicely done. Terry Tibbs walks away with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, also a 106.212. So nicely done to them. So Brabble walking away with the victory. Then we've got Jenny Barrs second. Uncle Lando finished in third. Luke Bracer finished in fourth. Fifth for I Am Unknown. Then we've got Floyd in sixth. Seventh for J5 Gaming. Then we've got Terry Tibbs in eighth. Ninth for Gaming Infinity. Killer Zombie in 10th, and 11th place for Briars. And this time, a lot less retirees this time, so that's a bit fortunate. It was only Chris and Ivan that, and they did retire in the pit lane. And fortunately enough, we never had any safety cars or yellow flags, so that's it was a bit lucky there. So great job to everyone out there tonight. Next week we'll have a wee quick peek and see, as I forget. Let's see, what is next week? So next week is going to be Silverstone. So we're going to be in the UK next Friday, and that's going to be at the Silverstone racetrack. Absolutely brilliant. Looking forward to that. So it always brings up good racing. Looking at tomorrow, I'm going to be live again tomorrow for WWR, and that is going to be at Bahrain for round 8. And I'm also going to be live again on Sunday. I need to check what that is. I'm unsure as to what that is just yet as for the calendar. But until next week, excellent racing there from everyone out there. And until next week, it is peace out.